In a news bulletin, National Press Awards presented in Hanoi. Vietnam to strengthen trade ties with Ukraine and Russia. And traditional Khmer dance well preserved by people in southwestern region. Those are the headlines in this hour. I'm Xuân Tùng and welcome to VTV News. We start a bulletin with an update on Vietnamese president's visit to China. On the third day of President Trương Tấn Sang's visit to China, the president met with 100 intellectuals, experts, and former Chinese diplomats. They discussed past, present, and future Vietnam-China diplomatic relations.
At the meeting with Chinese diplomats and intellectuals, President Sang confirmed Vietnam's interest in maintaining a peaceful diplomacy with China. The president said that conflicts between two neighboring countries are inevitable. However, Vietnam believes that both countries' historical successes in conflict solving could help alleviate any disputes at sea.
History has proven that peaceful diplomatic ties are key to a long-term relationship between the two countries. Vietnam hopes for continued good diplomatic relations with China.
The Chinese delegates at the event shared their time studying and working in Vietnam with President Sang. They expressed their respect for Vietnam's late president Ho Chi Minh. Listening to President Sang talk about the friendship between Vietnam and China, I was touched. I wish that the young generation will deepen the two countries' relationship. I personally took care of President Ho Chi Minh and I truly feel connected to Vietnam.
The meeting made me wish to turn back to my youthful days. I would still choose to come to Vietnam and learn Vietnamese. Now that I'm still healthy, I want to use my pen to better the relations between the two countries.
Vietnamese President Trương Tấn Sang also had a chance to meet the Vietnamese community in Beijing. Afterwards, he headed off to Guangdong to continue his visit.
While being in Beijing, President Trương Tấn Sang expressed Vietnam's goals in bilateral relation with China. The vision could be summarized as follows. First, strengthen bilateral ties in sea security and border control. Second, establish a cooperative network to rescue fishing boats on the EC. Third, follow the declaration on the conduct of parties on the EC. Fourth, increase bilateral trade to $60 billion by 2015. And fifth, better inter-border transport. In other news, the 7th National Press Awards 2012 presentation ceremony and celebration of 80th anniversary of Vietnam's Revolutionary Press Day took place yesterday, June the 21st in Hanoi. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng and other state and party leaders attended the event. The top 117 works, including 5A, 28B, 45C, and 39 consolation prizes, were selected from 165 entries. The prize-winning works reflect Vietnam's socio-economic and cultural development, as well as its national politics and securities. They also highlight exemplary models who have helped reduce poverty in remote areas, promote national development and defense, overcome natural disaster consequences, and fight against corruption. Vietnam's trade deficit rose to over $1.06 billion from the beginning of this year to June the 15th, despite increased export. According to the General Department of Customs, Vietnam earned about $56 billion from export, up more than 15%, but imported nearly $57 billion worth of goods, up 15% in the reviewed period. Some export commodities declined in value, including phone handsets and spare parts, seafood, footwear, machinery, vehicles and spare parts, computers, electronic products, coffee and garments. Imports of petroleum, computers, electronic products and spare parts, machines and iron and steel all declined. FDI's total export earnings from January to June added up to 34% or $34 billion it is, a 27.8% increase on the same period last year. The Commercial Promotion Agency held a conference in Hanoi on Thursday themed Russian and Ukrainian Market New Export Opportunities. The meeting aimed to inform Vietnam's entrepreneurs of the potential of the Russian and Ukrainian market.
At the conference, delegates pointed out that prior to 2009, Vietnam's agriculture, forest and marine exports accounted for more than 50% of Vietnam's export to Russia. That figure fell to 30% in 2012. At present, we import lots of seafood from Vietnam. Russian consumers like Vietnamese products. In terms of agricultural products, we take coffee, tea and rice from Vietnam because they are very competitively priced. The delegates also showed the advantages of Vietnam's mobile handsets and parts. They added that the tariff imposed on those exports to Russia would be slashed by up to 50% in the next 4 years, as pledged by Russia after Vietnam joined the WTO last year. As for Ukraine, the attendants said Ukraine and Vietnam set up comprehensive partnership ties in 2011. But the total turnover of exports from Vietnam to Ukraine accounts for just 1.5% of the Ukraine's $80 billion worth of imports. Vietnamese enterprises need to further promote their export to Ukraine. Most of us import agricultural products from Vietnam. Your products have advantages in terms of procedures and tariffs. The conference also provided representatives from Vietnam's commercial agencies and businesses with more information on Russian and Ukrainian partners. The delegates hope that Vietnam will raise two-way trade turnover to $7 billion with Russia by 2015 and to $350 million with Ukraine this year. We pay lots of attention to the Russian market and neighboring countries. We established representative agencies there in 2004 and hold annual trade promotion activities. However, transportation time from Vietnam to Russia is often long, affecting the product's quality. As part of the trade promotion to Russia and Ukraine program, the Moscow International Food and Beverage Exhibition is scheduled for September of 2013. And in October, a Vietnam trade promotion delegation will visit Kiev and Moscow to discuss issues on trade.
Kaiser Pharma, the 115-year tradition German pharmaceutical company, on June 21st officially introduced its products on Vietnamese market. According to the distributor, Master Trend Corporation in Vietnam, Kaiser Pharma's target customer in the country are women and children. The deal is part of the medical cooperation between the Vietnamese and German governments. It is expected to enable Vietnamese people to get access to high-quality pharmaceutical products from Germany. The Ministry of Industry and Trade held a conference to introduce changes to digital management. The new decree will solve 50% of current digital security problems such as theft. These changes will protect online payers' personal information and define which type of payment can be transacted online. The decree will take effect on July the 1st. It will also be adjusted frequently to solve new problems that may arise. Last year, at least $50 million were lost due to internet payment scams in Vietnam. Over the past few years, farmers in mountainous communes of Quang Ngai province have incorporated technology into cultivation. With support of the machineries, the locals have well enhanced their productivity.
Nguyen Lam Sơn is a farmer of Sơn Hà Commune, Quang Ngai province. He always bears in mind that applying technological innovations to growing will help sustainably develop his economy. And that thought has brought him numerous advantages in farming.
I must go ahead in applying technological innovations to cultivation. In the era of modernization, farmers can't work individually, but have to cooperate with each other and employ technology directly in production. We have coordinated with concerned agencies to promote effectiveness of technology use in agriculture among the local farmers. Now they have bred animals and cultivated scientifically. As a result, their businesses have gone swimmingly in recent years.
after they've adopted technological advances to cultivation. The local farmers have come up with new economic models and put new plant varieties into extensive use. This is the model of a pilot incubator using a new germinating technique for farmers in Ba Dien commune. The new method of germination has helped local farmers double their productivity and income.
We used to have little access to technology in cultivation, but now thanks to the help from authorities, according to the policy to remove poverty, we are able to apply technology in farming. It helps bring us greater financial benefits.
Recently, mountainous districts in Quang Ngai province have also developed projects on improving cattle breeding techniques and incorporating new technologies. The projects have changed the local farmers' awareness on applying sciences and technologies to production. This has helped them to escape poverty.
Over 1,400 people living with or affected by HIV in Vietnam have found a job or been facilitated to realize their dreams of running their own businesses with financial support from the U.S. government. This is a result of the U.S. Agency for International Development's workplace-based HIV prevention project funded under the U.S. President Emergency Plan for AIDS Relief. Minh Hà has more.
Vietnam had an estimated number of 250,000 people infected with HIV/AIDS in 2011. People living with HIV/AIDS have battled a significant social stigma associated to their affection. As a leader of Khmer International, the project's partner, Ms. Phạm Hoài Giang is very happy as the project, after 5 years of implementation, has provided a sustainable economic model to help HIV/AIDS infected people and their families.
Standing outcome is that we are very happy with. That is the model that proves that the HIV/AIDS people can do as the ordinary people if they are assisted. We prove through the models. We work together with the counterparts from the government, from the NGOs, with the support from them. We are very happy with the sustainable model, impact on the policy making level, as well as on changing positively the life of the target group, the HIV/AIDS people.
USAID's programs on HIV/AIDS in Vietnam are focused on long-term results for prevention, care, and support. We're encouraged by the initial results of this project, which have produced such great finance for small businesses, reached more than 100,000 people through training. The key will be, in terms of our long-term results,
As a component of the project, the microfinance services have established a lending relationship between microfinance institutions and community-based organizations to provide care to people living with HIV/AIDS, resulting in more than $100,000 lent to clients and a 98% repayment rate. I was so happy to be able to borrow 3 million dong under the project to raise goats. I would like to have more support from the project.
When I knew that I got infected with HIV, I wanted to kill myself. But I thought about my children. Then I've tried my best. Now my health is improved. Thanks to the project, I was able to borrow money to invest in tools and devices to continue my job. I've paid up loans and now I want to live more than ever.
After 5 years in operation, the USAID HIV Workplace Project has helped build up a national policy on provision of loans and job creation for the targeted groups, with the project's practical technical assistance basing on its successful models and international experiences.
Coming up next on VTV News, let's take a look at 10 years of Convention on Intangible Cultural Heritage. And later on, we will take a look at the traditional Khmer dance, well preserved by people in southwestern region of Vietnam.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
Welcome back to VTV News, live from Hanoi. Under the framework of Quang Nam Heritage Festival 2013, a seminar on cultural heritage value-based tourism was held in Hoi An City this morning to promote tourism potential of the province. The event focused on discussion of heritage value-based tourism and how to promote local advantages and overcome existing shortcomings. Home to Hoi An Ancient Town and My Sơn Relic Site, recognized as World Heritage Site by UNESCO, Quang Nam Province has the ideal condition to promote and expand its cultural tourism products. For this reason, participants believe it is important to have a strategic development roadmap to boost tourism attraction together with preserving its World Heritage Site to maintain cultural values of the region. Vietnam was one of the first countries to ratify the 2003 UNESCO Convention for the safeguarding of the intangible cultural heritage. After a decade, Vietnam has gained certain successes in preserving intangible cultural heritage. Despite many challenges, the road to further progress is wide open.
According to UNESCO, globalization and shifts in the social structure are threatening to deteriorate intangible cultural heritages across the world. In Vietnam, preserving cultural heritages has garnered success in many areas, and tourism has been instrumental in this process. Through festivals and other channels, traditional values are being promoted.
As a Jiangshan artist, I'm proud to be among the preservers of this traditional folk music genre. I'm happy to learn from experienced artists and pass my passion on to future generations. I hope that swan singing will be here for years and years to come.
The gong is a musical specialty of the Central Highlands. It's an indispensable part of our everyday life. Whether we are feeling happy or down, playing gong helps us show our emotions. To date, 5 Vietnamese intangible cultural heritages have been recognized by UNESCO as World Heritages, including Huế Royal Music, the gong culture of the Central Highlands, Quan Họ singing, Gióng Festival, and Hung King's Temple Festival. Besides, Ca Trù and Swan singing are on the list of heritages in need of urgent safeguarding by UNESCO.
UNESCO is promoting a modern approach in heritage preservation around the world. Accordingly, countries should focus on developing human resources, especially in management positions. More importantly, the communities should be engaged to do their part in preserving cultural heritages.
During this year's Quang Nam Heritage Festival, the Convention for the Safeguarding of the Intangible Cultural Heritage is high on the agenda. With that, modern approaches of implementation can be expected.
A place named Som Rua or Turtle Village got its name from a turtle found in the area. The turtle is not a living creature, but excavated stone one in the village, among other artifacts like brick walls. Let's take a closer look.
The excavation site is located in the gardens of 4 different households. These residences are in Rua Village, Phu Lộc Town. In a garden, a set of brick walls was discovered. According to the house owner, pieces of brick were found long ago when his family grew plants in the area.
When I walk in my garden, I discover uneven placements of bricks within the soil. A close look made me realize that these bricks were actually placed in a pattern. Excavators eventually found out that these were remnants of a collapsed wall.
An object discovered in another garden is a stone pillar. This is also the place where the above stone turtles were discovered 20 years ago. The pillar is believed to have protected the stone turtles.
When I bought the house, there were already 2 pillars. The excavated pillar is the 3rd one. Excavators also found layers of bricks. The bricks were soft when unearthed, but turned hard immediately after 10 minutes.
Apart from brick walls, articles of pottery and ceramics were also unearthed. The total excavation area is around 5,000 square meters. However, to date, the time or the period of these articles have not been determined.
One article is the stone turtle. It was made from granite and engraved with the word king. We are amazed at how detailed the turtle is regarding its eyes, ears, nose, and whiskers. We are still determining the meaning of the turtle.
At the moment, the District Division of Culture and Information is protecting the excavated area. Experts will arrive at the site soon to determine the cultural and historical meanings of the archaeological findings.
School children across Vietnam are enjoying the first month of the summer holiday, and in Big City, art camps have emerged as new and fun hangout spaces for kids during the school break. Today, we will visit one such site in the middle of Hanoi City.
It's a class of modern dance at the summer arts camp Taka Mka. Dancing is meant to get kids to exercise and have fun at the same time. In this art class, paintings are created with different colors, nuts and grains. The MC class is a place for kids to express their thoughts and gain confidence. And the theater group is where kids try out acting with friends. Children can create art to their heart's content and make great memories in the process. I want to be able to dance while singing, so I attend this dancing class to learn from the basics.
I love summer even more because I can go to this summer camp.
As for parents, the summer camps provide a chance to get to know the hobbies and artistic inclinations of their kids better.
My son's a little bit shy and doesn't show his feelings much, so the instructors advised me to send him to the theater class. When I watch the kids playing, I feel really happy. They are having so much fun, but are also learning a lot of new things and in a great environment too. I feel great because she is always happy when she comes home, and she is excited to go to the summer camp every day.
The idea behind the arts camp is to help children discover their artistic inclination and express their talents in a natural, carefree way. All that is needed to take part in such a camp is an enthusiasm for making art.
Many parents come here and ask the staff to check if the kids have any artistic talent. And sometimes it turns out that those kids prefer photography or painting. So really, our aim is to help kids discover their hidden talents and nurture a love for us.
At the end of the program, the children visit a retirement home to share their stories and learn how to care for the elderly. Summer arts camps open the door to a world of fun melodies and colors. But more than that, the camps provide an outlet for creativity and self-discovery for these budding artists.
Khmer people in the southwestern region treasure a time-honored and diverse culture that manifests itself through traditional festival, architecture, religion, and art. Khmer dancing is considered one of the most precious legacy of the group. Today, Culture Watch features the beauty and importance of the art to the Khmer people in Cà Mau province.
The Khmer people have a deep passion for singing and dancing, regardless of age or gender. Dancing helps tighten the relationship in the Khmer community, and each individual can express their feelings and emotions. Traditional dances also play an indispensable part in Khmer festivals and daily life.
Dancing is an indispensable part of traditional Khmer festivals, such as the Chon Nam Thmei and Okbambok festivals. We dance together to celebrate the festivals and also to entertain ourselves after a hard day's work.
Khmer dancing in the southwestern region consists of two main categories: folk dancing, which portrays daily activities and religious activities, and classical dancing of the royal court used for invocation, entertainment, and to pay homage. Each category requires different movements which convey different messages.
Khmer folk dance involves 5 basic movements of the arms and legs. The movements are deliberate and unhurried. Khmer classical dance involves 5 movements of the arms and 9 movements of the legs. Each movement represents a specific meaning.
Khmer classical dancing is performed by females pretending to be male characters. The royal dance is simple with a slow rhythm and mainly uses body language to express moods and feelings. The orchestra for Khmer classical dance features sacred instruments and is accompanied by a percussion ensemble known as a pimpit. The pimpit includes drums, gongs, and bamboo xylophones.
Khmer classical dance in the southwestern region is a professional art form. Khmer people learn classical dance when they are small, about 6 to 7 years old. Movements in Khmer classical dancing are unhurried and express people's feelings and convey a story or message. Classical dance is uniquely Khmer.
The dance requires some of the characters to wear masks. Except for the monkey character, all characters with masks represent evil. Good characters do not wear masks. Khmer classical dance portrays life in the royal court. All of these rules show the profoundness and solemnness of Khmer classical dance. The folk dance also reveals the soul and personalities of the Khmer people. Folk dancing is relaxed and expresses people's optimism and love for life. It is easy to remember, learn, and perform the folk dance.
Khmer folk dancing is closely attached to the Khmer people's daily life. Popular dances include dancing with a coconut water ladle, the same drum, and the fish-catching dance. The same dance is performed by the male artists. They dance and play the drum at the same time. They play the drum with their elbows, hands, feet, and heels. They can be creative during their performance, but still have to follow rules of Khmer folk dancing.
Dance is the quintessence of performance art. Normally, for ethnic people like the Khmer, dances are simply an imitation of daily activities like hunting, fruit picking, planting, fishing, farming, or weaving. They use postures to communicate and show emotions. Khmer dances are not simple spontaneous folk activities, but professional performance arts. Khmer people have a deep love and pride for their traditional dance and their values. For years, they have made unfailing efforts to preserve and promote the dance.
And let's take a look at what's on in the cultural scenes.
The new circus Here, Now and There by the Chabas d'Entroir will perform today at the Youth Theater in Hanoi. The performance is a part of French Year in Vietnam to celebrate 40 years of diplomatic relations between France and Vietnam. The program includes object manipulation, acrobatics, and live music, a creative product of French and Indonesian artists in Bandung Residency.
6 best Vietnamese rock bands will take part in the final round of Tiger Translate Battle of the Bands 2013, the biggest competition for young rock bands in Vietnam, on June 29th at Independence Park, Hai Ba Trinh District in Hanoi. The winner has chance to perform in the night music show Tiger International event on 20th July in Ho Chi Minh City.
The 5th International Documentary Film Festival has taken place from the 5th to the 14th June in Hanoi and from the 10th to the 29th June in Ho Chi Minh City. The event presents Belgian films and also films from 7 European countries, namely Germany, Sweden, France, Poland, Spain, Switzerland, and the UK, as well as works of the National Documentary and Scientific Film Studio of Vietnam.
And we continue with the updated weather forecast. That's the end of our news bulletin in this hour. Thank you very much for spending a part of your day with us, and goodbye for now from Hanoi.